Imagine this. You're in your kitchen, making coffee, when you notice a strange stain on the concrete floor. You try to scrub it, but it won't go away. In fact, it starts to look more and more like a human face. This isn't a scene from a horror movie. This is the true story of the Belmez Faces, one of the most chilling and debated paranormal cases of the 20th century. It all began in August 1971 in the small Spanish village of Belmez de la Moraleda. In the home of the Pereira family, a single distinct face mysteriously appeared on their kitchen floor. Maria Gomez Camara, the matriarch of the family, was terrified. Her son, Miguel, took a pickaxe and destroyed the section of the floor, laying down fresh concrete. But just a week later, another face emerged in the exact same spot. This time, the family decided not to destroy it. Instead, they cut out the section of the floor and had it preserved for study. But the phenomenon didn't stop. More faces began to appear, not just in the kitchen, but throughout the house. These weren't simple smudges. They were detailed visages of men, women, and even children. Their expressions were unsettling. Some looked anguished. Others seemed to be silently screaming. Word spread like wildfire. Soon, the small house at number 5 Calle Real became a pilgrimage site. Paranormal investigators, scientists, and skeptics from all over the world flocked to Belmez to witness the faces for themselves. The phenomena were documented extensively. The faces would fade, morph, and reappear, sometimes changing their expressions right before people's eyes. It was as if the very walls of the house were trying to communicate. Investigators went to extreme lengths to find a rational explanation. The floor was excavated, and underneath they made a startling discovery. The house had been built on top of an ancient cemetery dating back to the 13th century. Human skeletons, some without skulls, were unearthed right beneath the kitchen. Could these be the spirits whose faces were now imprinted on the floor? To rule out a hoax, the mayor had the entire kitchen sealed off with wax and official stamps. The doors and windows were taped shut, and a notary public held the key. For 3 months, no one entered. When the room was finally unsealed in front of witnesses, not only had the existing faces moved and changed, but new ones had appeared. How could anyone have faked this under such strict conditions? Skeptics, of course, had their theories. Some claimed the faces were simply made with chemicals like silver nitrate or even lemon juice, reacting with the concrete. They suggested that members of the family, perhaps even Maria herself, were cleverly painting them for fame and financial gain. However, multiple chemical analyses of the floor samples came back inconclusive. No traces of paint, dye, or any known pigment were ever definitively identified. The composition of the faces was the same as the surrounding concrete. Decades passed, and the faces continued to manifest. Even after Maria Gomez Camara passed away in 2004, a moment many believed would end the phenomenon, new faces reportedly continued to form. It seemed the mystery was tied to the location itself, not just one person. So what are we left with? A clever, multi-generational hoax that has stumped scientists for over 50 years? Or are we looking at something truly beyond our understanding? Is it a form of thoughtography where intense emotions can physically manifest? Or are they genuine apparitions, the tormented souls from the graveyard below, forever trapped in the concrete of a family's kitchen? The Belmez Faces remain one of the most compelling and well-documented paranormal cases in history. It forces us to question the boundaries between our world and whatever lies beyond. The house still stands in Belmez, a quiet monument to an enigma that refuses to be solved. What do you think is happening in that small Spanish home? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the unexplained. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next mystery. Until next time, stay curious.